You hungry? Well, I'm hungry. You like baseball? Well, I love that shit. Want a slice of pizza? Go to New York. You want hot weather? Come to LA. You want to break bread? Call Nick Turturro. Ready, motherfucker? Are you ready? Well, I'm fucking ready. Get ready!
Jasper in the house. Yeah. Yeah, we got Ken Garito, Blackkklansman alumni here. So anyway, go ahead. You got fired.
Yeah, it was the whole crew. It was Michael Badalucco, it was
Yes.
Severio Guerra. I'm there, and then they said, yeah, he doesn't look old enough. Supposedly, is the story. I may have just been terrible. I'm not quite sure. But they came.
No,
and
who
knocked on the
replaced
door.
you?
He's a big producer now. What was his
So
name?
you gotta
He
understand.
was a comedian.
Explain what this is. This is a movie that I did called The Search for One-Eyed Jimmy, which was back in the early 90s, like 90. And me, Holt McCallany, this actor.
He's big now.
Huh?
Holt's pretty big
He's
now.
actually pretty big. He just did a Netflix show for a couple of years. He did
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter. And Holt and Ray Boom Boom Mancini and me were doing these 3 one-act plays. In fact, Spike came to one of the shows, laughed his ass off. And so he came, so we did these plays, what was it? The Conversations with the Mob, 3 one-acts. And this guy, Sam Cass, who's a bit of a fucking weasel, wrote them. Never mind, there's another story. He stole my shit, that fucking guy. Anyways, Sam Cass, wherever you... Hey, Sam. I don't give a fuck. Fucking stole my shit. So anyway, Ray used to protect him. So we were doing these plays in the village below sea level. You know, like the conversation with... And I had saw this movie, Laws of Gravity. You remember that
Sure, of
movie?
course.
The guy made it in 7 days. Edie Falco, yeah. It was... the guy Green was in it. What's his name? Peter Green?
Peter Green.
Yeah, and there was another guy doing like a Chris Walken impression. He was good at it. This guy, Saul Stein, who I love. He's a
Right.
character actor, Saul Stein. So anyway, I saw this movie. It was like 40,000. He made a movie in 7 days. And I was like, hey, guys, because we had this script, The Search for One-Eyed Jimmy or Jimmy Hoyt. I said, we could make a movie. I was just talking out of my ass because I didn't know much. And I'd only done a few things, one with Spike or a couple of things. And they were like, yeah, Ray and Holt. I go, yeah. He goes, so Ray goes, I'll put in like, 30, 40 grand. And me and Holt put in like 10. Sam put 10. We got our money together. And actually, I contacted somebody through Spike, this guy, Robert Nixon. He was like a professor down at NYU, and this woman who became a big producer, who at the time was like a hippie, Lisa Bruce, her name was. She became like this fucking big producer. She helped us like when we shot it in Red Hook, Brooklyn.
Sure.
And we had everybody in the movie. My brother was in the movie. Steve Buscemi's in the movie. Sam Rockwell's in the movie. All these fucking Sam Jackson's in the movie. We're shooting this
I've
fucking
seen the
movie.
movie. It's a great movie.
It's a funny movie.
But you
It's
can
a-
still find it, right? On
yeah, it's
Amazon,
on somewhere, but they never did a good job. It came out on Blu-ray a couple of years ago, and really, like Sam got the rights back. I don't know how. We all owned it. We all had our money. We got our money back, but somehow he weaseled his way in. But they didn't know how to promote the DVD, The Search for One-Eyed Jimmy, and someone saw it. A few people, like it helped Badalucco. He played Joe Head.
Joe
Head. And then Larry David's wife at the time, Lori Leonard, saw it, liked it. She thought this guy was a great writer, but it turns out he was, he was a guy that robbed a lot of shit because, he did a play one time that I wrote. He lifted the play like right out of this book,
Yeah, you were
Wiretaps.
telling me that story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he lifted the fucking play. Because I did a reading of it one time and somebody goes, I've heard that dialogue somewhere. And I was like, where? He
I
goes,
think you need to call Sam. I think what we've discussed here today, maybe a phone call is in order.
I don't care. If Sam wants to show up, he can show up. You think I give a shit? But anyways, they saw it. They made a pilot out of this One-Eyed Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I was enraged because they wanted me to be in it. But I was doing NYPD Blue and it was on the Fox lot.
Same
and
lot,
I said, Sam, just make me a consultant or some shit. Make me a consultant. He was so one day I went up there. I heard they were filming it. And I was like in a fucking rage. I go, they're filming what? David Caruso goes, calm down, Nick, calm down. What's the matter? I go, nah, they're filming my fucking show, my pilot. It was my movie. Because I really put that movie together. I mean, that movie would have never, I fucking, I was instrumental.
Why don't you guys fight?
Huh?
Why didn't you fight him?
Was gonna fight him, but I let that one go till he did the fucking, the King of New York behind my back. That's when he was young.
Should've beat the shit
He
out
was
of
looking.
It's
he was
probably a good idea. You
Came,
didn't
yeah.
fight him.
Anyway, so you You actually, the pilot didn't go anywhere.
pilot
Severio
didn't
was
go
in
anywhere.
it. Severio,
Severio was in it,
played
yeah,
my
yeah.
part.
Is that
He
Mocha
made-
Joe?
Your part?
Mocha Joe. I like
yeah.
Severio. Badalucco.
He's doing great on
Because I
that.
said Badalucco. You didn't know what this was. I didn't know Mike. I'm like, come on, Mike. Mike, it's fucking based on One-Eyed Jimmy. What are you talking about, Mike? It's based on One-Eyed Jimmy. I wasn't sure. He was playing dumb. I don't know if it was
But
that
the
or
characters had the same name.
yeah,
It's the same names as the
and I
movie.
was like, Joe Head, whatever, just like the fucking doorman. When this guy wrote the doorman behind my back, Sam Cass, he wrote a pilot about my life as a doorman. They shot it out, and then my agents were there, and they go, "Where's Nick? How come Nick is involved in this?" And I was like, I hope that thing gets picked up, because I would have fucking sued, man.
Right.
I would have parachuted out there, That thing was a big show. I guess it was a piece of shit. But it was all my characters, all my stories, Mike the cop, all these people. Because, he came into my trailer with Artie Lang when they were shooting it. And Artie Lang didn't know the story. Poor Artie Lang was playing the doorman. He didn't know. I'm like, Sam, come on in the trailer. He goes, this is Artie Lang. I go, we got to talk about my doorman thing one day. And so I didn't even know these guys had a whole doorman thing in the works. And so, that was, but you got fired, huh?
I got fired from the pilot, yes.
Who played Sammy? Give me that cup.
I feel terrible. I'm spacing on the guy's name. He was a comedian. Like
Poor
nobody else.
Jasper. He doesn't know any of this shit.
Jasper's like,
He's like,
I have no idea
he has no idea what the fuck's going on.
I'm eating my pizza.
He's got his pizza. He just flew in from Finland. He doesn't fucking know. He's driving a fucking car. Give me another glass over here. He's driving a fucking car. Goes, nice car, Jasper. He goes, I rented it.
Never had a car in my life.
You never had a car. I don't
Rented
know
a
if
car
you
for a
told me
week.
that story. I don't know if you told me you didn't drive. Because wait a minute, when we were doing BlackkKklansman, were you driving the car?
I was.
Yeah, you and Paul. I was trying to get Paul
I've got
to
a
show up.
driver's license, but
You have a driver's license?
Is Paul in town?
Yeah, he was going to try to come, but Paul's like a fucking movie star now.
He's got a lot going on.
He's got a lot going on, but he's a good guy.
Yeah, it's great.
Because these guys were, really, they were tight, and I was like in the back seat, like a third wheel. I was the bomb guy. And I remember we were shooting that fucking scene, we were looking out the window, and Spike was like, Nick! Nick! I go, what, Spike? He goes, you want to be in the shot? I said, yeah. Move over.
Yeah.
I said, all right. All you got to do is tell me. I've worked with Spike, so you guys, it might have been your first experience.
Oh, it was
Oh,
my
yeah.
third movie.
Yeah,
with
this is your third. This is
First,
your
yeah,
first,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
How did you get the? It was an interesting story. Like you made a tape from.
No, I happened to be in L.A.
You were in LA.
Yeah, I was in L.A. by
Yeah.
accident. Happened to be in town when Spike was auditioning for people for BlackkKklansman.
It wasn't called BlackkKklansman, right?
No. I mean, nobody knew what it.
311 was the working title.
Right, 311.
Yeah.
311.
Yeah, 311.
But not even that was told. The only thing I had was 2 scenes in a Spike Lee film, and nobody knew what it was.
you had
So,
2 scenes.
two scenes to audition.
Oh,
with.
to audition with.
To audition with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salud, by the
So-
way.
Salud.
Salud.
Cendan.
Kippis.
Cendan. What is it?
Kippis.
Kippis.
Keepers.
I like that.
Or kikkeli. That's another. Kikkeli.
Kickily.
Yep.
Yeah. What country are you from?
Finland.
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 I took a shot.
So all I have
I'd be
is
big in the Danish countries. Don't you think I'd be fucking big there? They would love me there.
in the what countries?
The
Danish country?
Well, whatever you call it.
They'd like you there too, as well as Finland.
The Danish countries. Yeah.
You could see me in Switzerland, those places, Finland. I could see myself there because I would be at a place, but there'd be a spot for me. I'd be a commodity.
Let the man
You
tell
have
the
a worldwide
story.
appeal.
Huh?
Let him tell the story.
Yeah, go ahead, I'm
You
sorry.
interrupted him.
So I
a
have
terrible
these 2
host.
scenes. Nobody knows what the film is all about. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows what this character is. But something in the dialogue mentions something towards the KKK. So I figure he must be a Klansman. So I'm thinking a Klansman would probably have a southern sort of hillbilly accent. So I text a friend of mine, a girl from Kentucky, Bethany, and I asked her if she can read those lines to a WhatsApp voice memo on her Kentucky accent. And then I just kind of memorized those lines, try to mimic her accent, and trying to desperately try to sound sort of vaguely fluent with that accent.
Right.
And so I walk in the audition, and Spike's sitting in the corner of the couch, and there's Kim Coleman, the casting director, and then Spike kind of looks at his papers and looks at me walking in the door, you can tell that he's looking at my name, and he's like,
What the fuck is this, right? Yeah.
my last name has a lot of dots, a lot of umlauts.
How do you pronounce it?
Pääkkönen.
Pääkkönen.
Yeah, so A and O have, so there's 6 dots above my,
Pääkkönen.
on my
He's
last
like,
name. Anyway.
Who the fuck sent me
Yeah,
this guy?
Yeah. Spike going,
Did he say how do you pronounce the name?
He's like, where are you from? I'm from Finland. And he goes, Finland? And just kind of sinks back into his corner and
Oh my
starts
God.
nibbling something, kind of turns away a little bit. And then we start running the scenes with, the first scene with Kim Coleman. Halfway through the scene, Spike jumps out of his couch and goes, hold on. You're not from Finland. You're from Alabama. And starts cracking up and laughing.
Oh my
And,
God. That sounds like something you would do. And he's like, why, because you were doing the accent?
I didn't know if that's a good comment or a bad. I thought in my mind that might have been, I'm completely failing.
Were you doing the
trying to-
accent?
Yeah, I was.
How was it? How did you think?
I had no idea if I'm
Would you
nailing
remember,
it
like,
or
what
if
it's-
it was
what-
if it was basically the same accent I have in the film. Turns out Spike really thought that I was from Alabama, and that the Finland story was just a hoax.
Was a hoax.
to get his attention. That's
oh
what he
my
told
God.
me later
So he's
on.
laughing, giggling.
Right,
Hold
he's
on,
laughing,
hold
and
on,
I'm
hold on.
kind of like
You're not from
standing-
Finland, you're from Alabama.
And I'm thinking, is this a good comment or a bad comment? You know, it could have been Spike thinking this Finnish kid is completely ridiculous.
No, it's a good-
trying
no one-
desperately sound like a Southern racist.
Right. So you weren't sure, like, was that good
I
or
wasn't
bad?
sure.
Because you
And
didn't know Spike.
Exactly. Right.
Right.
First time I ever meet him.
No, knowing
so, yeah.
Spike, if
Yeah.
Spike laughs and goes wild, that means
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Right.
That's a good
And
sign.
he's like, "Ah, continue.
So he goes,
So
keep
I'm
going,
like,
keep going.
All right, I'll just keep going. And so we run the 2 scenes, and then he looks at his papers again and goes, Finland? Scratching his head.
Doesn't
It's like,
add
"Right,
up."
sit down.
Right.
We sit down and talk about Finland, and I explain something. He's like curious, interested about Finnish history and the Second World War when Finland fought Russia. And so we sit down for like 5 minutes, and he's like, all right, I gotta keep auditioning people. So,
And that was,
and then I just walk out the door.
he walked out the door.
I was like, that. I feel like that went kind of good,
Right.
Because he wanted to talk to me after my ridiculous Alabama accent. So Spike told me later on that he was, from his point of view, what happens is like an unknown face walks in the door. He looks at the name, goes, "What the fuck is this name?" There's a list of actors, credits, name, credits.
Right.
And there's a guy with a weird ass name, 0 credits marked. And he goes, who the fuck is this guy? And how did he get
in the room?
Yeah, how did he get in the room?
Did he mean you?
Yeah.
Oh,
me.
right.
So
How
he
did
had-
you get in the room? Your
my
agent?
Agent, I guess, and Kim. I don't know. I'd never met Kim, the casting director, either.
But I mean,
So
where
I
did
think
she
my
know you
agent-
from?
I did a TV show called Vikings before.
Yeah, you
so
were on
that's-
Vikings,
Yeah,
yeah.
Vikings. So that probably got me in the room. I don't know.
'Cause I wonder, like, like what white dudes they would have been looking at, for that part. I mean, especially, I'm sure, like, because that was a good
Well,
part.
it's funny because we were doing table reads, I think even before maybe you were cast. I'm not sure. So we had 2 days of table reads. And then I think Spike even said something like, wait till you see who I got. And then you came in and you killed it. And I will be honest, I hadn't had a chance to meet you before we were reading. I didn't know you were from Finland. So the dialect you were using was killer. I mean, I think you scared everyone at that table read. That was
Okay.
great. Yeah.
Ken, did he call you out of the blue to do it?
Spike, yeah. I got a call.
Take it off. It's still fucking hot. I know.
Saying,
I'm dying. I'm going to get
What are you
naked in
doing?
this
Where
show.
are you? And I was going into
Wait,
New York.
wait.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, you're talking in front of him. You should let him,
Just let him talk. Go ahead. Camera
Yeah,
on.
so it was like, are you in town? He was in New York. I was going to New York to see my family. So I just pushed the trip up. I went by to see him. Yo, Garito, I got something for you. Are you in town? And I planned to go back in 3 days. I said, yeah. And I didn't leave for another like 2 months. That was it.
You saw him where?
In New York, he was at a casting room somewhere in Midtown. I went to meet him. Said, I got something for you. Are you in town? Yeah, sure. I was supposed to go back to LA like in 2 days.
How long before the movie this was?
This was like before Halloween. This is like maybe mid or early October.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's-
then I think 2 weeks later we did the first table read, and we did table reads I think for about a week or two.
So you did table reads?
Yeah.
You weren't there yet, right?
No.
And I wasn't
never
there
did
until the very last
The last table read. yeah.
table read because I didn't have a visa.
Oh.
So I didn't have, or I had a visa, but turns out the visa wasn't good for the production company. I think Focus, the production company, didn't approve my visa. So a week, Monday, a week before we started shooting, and the first day we shot was that day we shot together in upstate New York.
All right.
So on Monday, 7 days before we start shooting, I get a phone call from my agent saying, your visa's not good.
Oh my God.
So you don't have a visa, you can't work on this project. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm the first guy from Finland to make it to a Spike Lee joint, the Spike Lee film. I hadn't told anybody about it. I was like, nobody's gonna believe this back home. Right. I'm gonna fly back to Finland and tell people that I had a role in Spike Lee's new film, and people are gonna think I'm bullshitting.
Right.
And then Tuesday, nothing happened. So what happened is my agency submitted like an emergency visa amendment request, asking to amend the visa. But it always takes months. These processes take weeks or sometimes even months.
With the visa.
With foreign actors getting visas.
Yeah.
So Tuesday, nothing happens. Wednesday, I get a call saying production has started casting for a backup actor because if you don't have a visa by Friday, you're not gonna be in the film.
Oh my God.
So I was sitting in my hotel room. I hadn't unpacked my suitcases that I had with me for 2 months for the whole duration of the film.
Because they were hiring you for like what, 8-9 weeks or something?
Yeah, a couple of months. Yeah,
Yeah.
for the whole shoot. And I'm just looking at the suitcases going, okay, I'm just going to wait until Friday, and then I'll be in the plane. Oh my God. On my way back home, Thursday's the table read, and Thursday morning I got a call saying, miraculously, this has never happened before. The lawyer who deals with these visas has never seen such a quick turnaround.
How did that happen?
I think I just got incredibly lucky.
God.
It's like incredibly
Divine
lucky.
Wow.
And then that morning, I get that call, and that same afternoon we had the last table read. I walk in, Spike's there, and he just kind of looks at me and goes, I'm like,
Made it.
Guess it worked
"Yep,
out.
all right, let's get to work.
Yeah, because Spike is all business. You know, like if something don't work, it'd be like moving on.
Yeah,
right.
You know, that's
yeah.
how Spike probably. You know.
And I gotta say, I mean, the fact that Spike, first he fought to get me into the film, I heard later on, that he had to fight the producers because they wanted a big name.
They wanted a
Not
name.
like an obscure
Sure.
Finnish guy that
Sure,
nobody's
'cause
ever
that's a
heard
big
of.
part.
Yeah, right. So the fact that Spike actually fought
For you.
yeah,
Wow.
exactly, was
Well,
pretty,
you know, Spike's a good guy. And
He's
that's the thing
amazing,
about Spike, man. If he likes you
And he believes
and
in
he
you.
believes in you,
He'll fight for you.
He'll
That's
fucking
true.
go to bat for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, you know, it's unless it's maybe like the star part and maybe he has to have something of a name. But Spike has given so many people opportunities, such as yourself, such as me, a lot of people. But, you know, where he'll go to bat. He don't need 95 names in there. It's a Spike Lee movie. People going to see the movie, he realized that because Spike made it. You know what I mean? Usually, unless, you know, it was Denzel or some shit like that. But that was really nice. He did that for you.
yeah, yeah.
You know, because like he didn't have to, but he liked you.
He didn't have
And the thing
to.
is, if he likes you, that's it. You know, it's like you got that guy in your corner. You don't, and you don't get that a lot of times. You know, when somebody goes to bat for you, you know, you don't forget that. It's like, oh, that guy was in your corner.
Yeah.
Like somebody went to bat for you. You know, like who was on my side in that room?
Yeah.
And- But he's the, I mean,
And I gotta say, I mean that for me, when I was 14, back in '95, the summer of '95, June '95,
yeah.
my dad took me to New York, and the three highlights of that trip were seeing Stomp, the musical that recently came out, and it was a big new thing.
Yeah.
And then buying a couple of CDs that just came out. The other one was Busta Rhymes' first album, and the other one was Fugees. And then seeing a Spike Lee film in a New York film theater,
It's a good
which
story.
was Clockers.
Oh, you saw Clockers?
So, yeah.
You in Clockers?
I was in Clockers.
You were in Clockers?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm one of the white crackheads scoring crack. Yeah, that was my first Spike Lee movie.
Oh, that
That was
Holy
my first
shit.
time he cast me, yeah.
in Clockers.
And I begged to get an audition for that because, that's Richard Price, one of my favorite novelists of all time.
Right.
I'd love the novel. It's a Spike Lee movie. I was like, I have to get an audition for this. And then I auditioned, and it was like one day of work. It was fantastic.
Did you have to audition for Son of Sam?
I did. For Summer of Sam,
Summer of Sam.
yeah. I mean, everybody went in for the Adrian Brody role. And I really, really wanted that role because growing up, that was kind of my experience. I grew up in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, and there was a time I had some mascara and maybe some painted nails, so I knew about being the oddball in a
plays
neighborhood like that.
A real Guido guy.
Yeah, and of course we all read for that, and of course I didn't get it. But then I think by and I was so upset. I was like, I have to be in this movie. Plus, funny story about the actual Berkowitz. I grew up on Base 17th and Shore Parkway. When he parked and got the parking ticket in front of the meter, that was across the street from where I lived and my grandmother lived. The woman who was walking the dog was my grandmother's neighbor. And if you go back and you look at the footage of Bill Butel, Channel 7 News, and he's interviewing everyone out there. I'm out there as a little kid. It's 1977. And I'm wearing an I'm with Stupid shirt. You remember the I'm with Stupid shirt?
Yeah.
And I'm wearing that shirt. And I'm in the footage. So when I got cast, I told Spike, I said, Spike, I have a connection to this. My grandmother's best friend was the woman who saw his car there.
Yeah.
And I said I was wearing an I'm with Stupid shirt. And then he got the I'm with Stupid shirt. And I wear it for half the movie. I'm actually wearing that.
Oh, you're wearing
as
that
the
shirt?
character. Yeah. Yeah. So it was one of those weird serendipitous things. Like once I heard about that project, I'm like, I have to be a part of this. I auditioned for the Adrian Brody thing. I think I had a call back. Then I didn't hear anything, and then literally, I think a week before they were filming, I got the call.
You had to call about what?
I never read for that role. He never seen me do anything like that.
But he must have liked you for what you did.
Yeah, I guess, but it was so different, But that's the thing about Spike. Like, and then, that was an amazing set. I mean, that was like 2 months, I think, of shooting all around the Bronx with an amazing cast.
Where'd you guys shoot? Around like City Island or something?
We
or?
shot in, what part of the Bronx is that? Oh man, I'm spacing on the name. It's right by the water. It's actually like an upper middle class area. And we shot a lot in Manhattan too. But we were shooting like forever on that thing. And it was, what a great cast, what a great time.
Yeah. And then Michael Imperioli wrote the movie, him and another guy.
And Victor.
What's the guy name? Coluccio?
Victor Colicchio, yeah.
Yeah, they were writing partners, right? Or something.
They wrote that.
So they wrote it, but
Gave
never
it to
would have
Spike.
got. And Spike
added his stuff to
did
it.
his thing, right?
And made the movie, yeah.
Right. That's pretty wild because I didn't. What is that? Another pie? Yeah. Fresh. Put the fresh one in. It's always like if you go to McDonald's, you got to order it fresh. I have a thing about Big Macs. If you ever get a Big Mac, this is the secret. Just go fresh.
No, fresh.
Fresh. I started it. Don't fucking try to take credit. I started it. I said fresh. Now he's trying to add something to it. Fresh. That's
No,
all.
No,
Yeah.
Ken, it's fresh.
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 Yeah. But make sure you say it like 3 or 4 times because they might give you one that's sitting there for fucking an hour.
Okay.
So I want my Big Mac fresh. Make sure is it fresh? Then you go there. It's fresh, right? Say it like 3, 4 times.
Do you run into a lot of problems at
No.
the fast food?
No.
Not getting fresh food?
No.
Is it
Well, I
an
did
ongoing
one
thing?
night. Did one night at that other bad McDonald's off Sunset.
Oh, that one sucks. But that's
my
known
God.
as like the worst
I
McDonald's
didn't
in
know. We
LA.
went to a bad McDonald's right off Sunset Boulevard.
You should write like a Zagat review of all the good McDonald's.
And this was a fillet of fish, like a brick. It was like a fucking brick.
Yeah.
I said, what the fuck is this? And they got mad and they were like,
That's why now me and Willie, when something's like if you say something is hard, that's good.
Then they threw me out.
So yeah, they threw us
They
out.
threw me out because I asked another fillet of fish.
so-
It was as hard as the same one. They
so
said,
we-
no more for you. No more food for you.
Yeah.
I said, just give me a fry. They said, no. I said, all right, well, fuck it then. And
Yeah.
I said, this is
That-
a
you
know
bad
what?
McDonald's.
Maybe that's for the best, though. Maybe no fillet of fish
Yeah.
is for the best.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's why we say, that was fillet of fish.
But-
hard.
Big Mac is very good fresh. I gotta say, I fucking love a Big Mac fresh.
You know I can't eat that after the McGregor fight night
Why?
because we all splurged and had everyone had 2, and my stomach hasn't recovered.
Yeah, because
since.
you're not supposed to be a glutton and eat 2 Big Macs. Be a human being, eat the 1 Big Mac and shit it out, and that's it. You know what I mean? You don't order 5 Big Macs. I had 2 Big Macs. What are you looking to fucking kill yourself? One Big Mac is enough.
And the
if you
lesson
survive
is
it.
one is enough.
Right.
One is enough.
We're laughing about.
Your first Spike movie was Mo Better Blues or Jungle Fever? Mo
No,
Better Blues.
Mo Better Blues was my first movie. How I got the part was I was an extra on Do the Right Thing. And I was supposed to go back on a Monday because I took off that week. My brother was in the movie, and then I go, could I be an extra? And he goes, yeah, I didn't know you wanted to do that. And I said, I came to the set once. It looked so great. I was just starting to tinker with acting. I hadn't really dived into it yet. And it was rained out for a bunch of nights. So Friday night, I think they're burning the pizza out. I was a cop. Yellow Danny was trying to get me like a line, but I don't know. Spike liked something. He was like, I told my brother, he goes, I like his look. And I was supposed to come back like on a Monday, but I had to go back to work. So I showed up on Friday, and I worked that. And then I didn't go back like the Monday. So Spike's brother said, "Where's Nick?" He asked Johnny, he goes, "Where's your brother?" He says, "He had to go back to work because Spike was asking for you." I said, "Oh yeah." He goes, "I think he liked you or something." And that fucking guy just looked at me a few times. What do I know? So, make a long story short, I get a phone call that like, is that fall, like, it's like one of those fucking things if out of the blue, 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know who he got my number from my brother, I guess. And he's like, I was a doorman, worked 4 to 12, I was half asleep. He goes, can I speak to Nick? It was early, I remember, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I was like, yeah, who's this? He goes, Spike. And I said, Spike who? I'm thinking, who the fuck is Spike? I mean, I go, this is Spike Lee. Yeah, what's up? Like he knew me. And I was like, yeah, what's up, Spike? And I was like, he goes, man, hey, how you doing? Would you like to do some looping for Do the Right Thing? I didn't know what even looping was. I had no fucking idea. I said, yeah, I'll loop. He goes, all right, great. I'll see you tomorrow. You come to the studio in Manhattan. And he had all these scenes, the fire scenes, the racial scenes, Mm-hmm. And there was a group of people doing voiceovers. And then he brought me in, and he wanted me to say, all derogatory, racial, fucking, real racial, real fucking hardcore. I was screaming for like 2-3 hours, whatever you want to say. And he was laughing, cracking. He was like was like better than an audition because I was fucking, I was reacting to the screen.
Yeah.
And I was like, kill those motherfuckers. I was going wild, saying all kinds of shit. And then the more racial I got, the more he laughed. So, I was like, I guess I made a good impression.
Yeah.
And then my brother goes, who's a big fan of yours now? He goes, Spike likes you a lot. So, yeah. He goes, yeah. He goes, I brought that boy into the studio, and he went off. And he meant it. And he goes, but he's raw. He's raw. He goes, but he's got something. So I go, yeah, I'm raw. So next thing I know, there's a new movie. My brother goes, I got some news for you, too. You're going to be excited. I go, yeah, what? He goes, he's writing a new movie. Because, John was on the up and coming actors. And because he's writing this movie, and I'm playing this Jewish guy, and you're going to play my brother. We're playing brothers. I go, he wrote a role for me, and he wrote a role for you. I said, wrote a role for me? Really? For me? He goes, yeah, for you. So I was like, whoa, we were Mo and Josh Flatbush, these two like Jewish guys that ran a jazz club. And that was my first, I remember like the table. I remember the reading at Spike's, his firehouse, the original 40 acres.
The original one.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. Denzel Washington, I didn't even know who Denzel Washington was. I was like, this guy's great. There's all these people, Wesley Snipes, and Robin Harris was a brilliant comedian.
Charlie Murphy, right?
Charlie Murphy, Steve White.
It's quite a way to start your career.
Yeah.
What a film to start with.
It was great. It was like
fantastic.
2 weeks, I think. I don't know where we shot it, in Astoria. And it was a great experience. I remember, I'd be sleeping on the couch. My brother would be writing. He goes, take a nap, go to sleep, and I'll write. And then we'd wake up. We would rehearse all our scenes, and we were improvising a lot of shit. So we would improvise, and we would write it into the script, and Spike loved it.
Well, improvisation is a big part of at least every Spike Lee movie that I've been a part of, and I've been lucky enough to be in 3. I mean, it's important.
It went good, and then after the movie, he was like, loved what you did, whatever, and he was like, I got another movie, I got a better part for you. You're gonna play this fucking Joey Farmer guy, or based on Joey Farmer. He was a crazy guy from your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh wow.
Oh
so,
shit, Dad, not to disrupt you, but Safdie's followed you back.
Yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
Fucking A. Who? Way to go, the Safdies. They made Uncut Gems. I just sent them a tweet.
He tweeted you much love, Nick.
Fucking A.
Fuck yeah.
Say yeah, fucking A,
He
man.
flipped out when Sandler was.
Well, you know,
and
I
agree.
fucking
mean,
like these guys. I love the movie.
We'll talk about that after finish your
visibly
story.
upset.
So
You're doing Jungle Fever.
Jungle Fever then comes. So I was like, wow, you know, and this Spike gave me time. He goes, you know, you got a new movie coming. You're gonna have a bigger part. You're gonna play this fucking racist, crazy kid. So we knew like months and months before. Then when we got the script, we got hired. You know, Badalucco got hired. These other guys got hired. And when we rehearsed like for like a month, like you know, not every day, but we rehearsed a lot, you know, and it was fucking great. We were rehearsing, improvising, writing all the improv into our scenes. Then my brother, I think, joined us. I don't know if he was busy, but we were fucking. By the time we went to shoot that movie, I was ready to go, man.
No, you guys were great.
I was
That
just
was a
so
great
ready to go,
ensemble.
man.
I was still in college. You guys shot. I was living on Avenue P in West Fifth. My
We were
family
in
moved to West Fifth.
Mill Basin.
But they shot on Avenue P in West Fifth one scene, and I remember I was still in college. I was
You were in college?
studying acting. I just started studying acting.
Because you're a
and,
little younger than me, right?
I'm 51.
yeah,
yeah.
7 years younger. So.
68. I was born.
Yeah, so I was like in
They
my.
were shooting on my block, and I met Spike.
You met him?
Yeah, because my mother was out there. She was like baking stuff for me. You know, she's like, you know, giving him cookies and
Yeah.
lasagna, whatever she's doing. And I got to meet him. I was going home one day, and I was like,
he
you know,
nice?
it's just so odd. Yeah, he was actually very nice to me, but it's just so odd how things work out. Little did I know, you know, 5 years later, I was going to be working with him on you
know.
First Clockers and then Summer of Same.
Like when I saw him walking on Dude Around to the set, I'm like, I had no idea I was going to become friends with the guy, work with the guy, see this little guy walking on the street. He looks like, he's like a fucking tough guy, a little guy, but everybody's afraid of him. Because Spike's a tough guy.
Yes, he is.
You know, he's a general, you know.
But he's a good guy.
But he's a
I
good
get that
guy.
question all the time. Like, well, how is he to work with? He's a great guy. You can
Great.
understand.
I
Spike
think,
is
yeah.
one of us. You know what I mean? He is, you know, he's a Brooklyn guy. So being from Brooklyn, I think, helps to understand him. He's like a coach in a lot of ways. You know, if you ever played any kind of sport,
It's a good way to put it.
he's
That's a very good way to
coach.
put
And
it.
the way he's going to direct you, like, you got to have a thick skin, and you got to have your work, and you got to be ready to go. But if you are, you're fine. Because he's very clear about what he wants, and he's very open for you to bring anything, and he'll let you know. Yo, Garito, don't do that.
Right.
Or,
Right. I love
Garito,
it.
do that.
Do that.
And sometimes
That's very good.
That's really all you need. But some of the things that he gives you, you know, I mean, for me, especially on Klansman, like Klansman, I think, I mean, I really love everything Spike does, but I think on Klansman, he was just
He knocked it out of the
top
park.
of his game.
I had no idea the movie was going to be that good.
Yeah, that was my question for you guys. When you were doing it, did you know like there was something going on that it could be what it came? Because he called me when I was in college in Chicago and goes, "You offered me this. Should I do it?" And I said, "Well, why not? Who's behind it?" He said, "Jordan Peele." I said, "You have to do that movie."
No, I was doing it because I was like,
have to do it.
I was doing it because Spike called me and like, you know, I was like years ago I was supposed to do this other movie, but we had a big fight, but we got past that. Whatever. I didn't do it. He offered me. The money wasn't good, man. Me and Spike had like a blowout, but it's okay. It was like, don't worry about it. The next one, Nick. Because I was like, you know,
The
you're
next
not
one
paying me, man. You're paying me Denzel. You're paying you. He's like, yeah, none of your fucking business what I'm paying up. And I was like, I was at the time, you know, I was older, I was established, and I was like, just throw me a bone, Spike. But that didn't happen. But we got past it. We got past it. So when my brother goes, Spike's got something for you, and I was very happy. You know, he's like, I got you, man. I got you. And I was like, what is it? Don't worry. I got you. So I was like, all right, I'm fine. Because I wanted to work with him again. I always wanted to, you know, whatever. That was that bank robbery movie. I didn't do it. Well, so whatever. Who the fuck? I already had my experiences with Spike. So it's better someone else that didn't work with Spike get the chance to work with him. Because like you said, he's like a coach. He's very encouraging.
Yeah.
He's very encouraging. You know where if you like something, you like it. If you don't like it, like, that sucks.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Right.
don't do it. And I'd rather somebody do that and say, hey, you know what? That ain't working, Nick.
Yeah.
Do this.
And for somebody from Finland, the way we work back in Finland is everybody's very straightforward. There's no sugarcoating on anything. So I've gotten used to people saying what they
they feel?
think.
So
what
that
they
was
think.
perfect for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, it was easy to jump into that and feel very comfortable about Spike's directing methods because you could always trust the fact that he says exactly what he thinks.
Right.
You know,
Exactly right.
Doesn't sugarcoat, doesn't hide anything, just, you know, says
And it's
that
always
shit
about
or
the
that's-
scene. You know, it's about
Right.
it's not about this one actor, it's not about some line that he may have
No.
written. It's about what is gonna make this. He will throw his own lines away and go, Ken, try this, or
Right.
or I'll give you something else. It's really about what's gonna make this scene work. And on Klansman, you know, every set of Spike's. has
Did you
been
guys
great
get
for
to
me, but
rehearse at all in Klansman? Like any rehearsal time?
No.
No.
He
I mean,
rehearsed
you went straight
with,
to like.
with JD and Adam.
Oh,
a
with
bit.
those
like,
guys?
We do the table reads, and then Adam and JD would hang around and they rehearse.
I bet you those guys did some rehearsal.
Yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
I mean, in the old days, Spike used to like to rehearse and shit.
Yeah.
You know what he used to do in the old days was great? After we would shoot, we'd go to the Brooklyn Academy or whatever it was, and we would watch dailies.
That's cool.
It was crazy. We would watch fucking dailies. I mean, who would ever see dailies? Whatever filmmaker would show a young actor. One guy got freaked out. We're doing Jungle Fever. This guy, Anthony Nasarino. And he was like, some guys shouldn't look at themselves. They're too
Right.
self-conscious.
Right, yeah.
And he was like, Nick, man. The next day he comes out of the trailer. He goes, I go, what are you doing? He goes, that's my character. That's my new character. I said, what? He goes, I go, what the fuck are you doing? I was a young guy. And he goes, no. He goes, I go, you were fine, Anthony. You were good. I go, fucking forget that. You shouldn't. Some guys can look at themselves. Like I can look at things and I go, I like this. I don't like that. I don't freak out. You know, I could say that worked. That didn't work. You know, but this guy, like he came out of the trailer and he's going, he's doing something with his neck. I was like, what's he fucking doing? I go, you were fine. He was one of those actors that's like too self-conscious.
Yeah.
You know, he was good. He was funny. He's a guy that's like, you know, Marion Barry smoking crack.
Oh, that guy, get the fuck
out of here. He goes, those scenes are fucking classic.
the guy who goes,
they
no.
are classic,
He goes,
those Jungle Fever. Because we worked those motherfucking scenes.
Is he the guy who says, "Did you vote?" No, I couldn't take my mother's car.
No, I had that's Joey D'Onofrio.
Oh, okay.
Right? I had to work my mom's car, right? And the other guy, he was the tall guy with me.
He had the long hair.
Long hair, yeah, good-looking guy. He was a nice guy, really nice guy.
Paul
Joey
Abdul?
was like fucking, he was nuts, that kid.
D'Onofrio.
Yeah, he was like a nut job. His girlfriend came down. I think she beat the shit out of him on the street.
Is he Little Joe Pesci, that guy?
That's little Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
That's how Spike.
Hey, Henry, how you doing?
He hired everybody from Goodfellas. He stole Goodfellas. Spike loved Goodfellas. He loved Scorsese. So like Debbie Mazar showed up. She was my girlfriend. She was a hairdresser. She was Madonna's hairdresser. And then she started getting into acting. She was my girlfriend. The other blonde chick was Ray Liotta's Guma in that movie, you know. And then Annabella was in Goodfellas. But a lot of people from Goodfellas. Little Joey was Little Joe Pesci. You know, I don't know if you know D'Onofrio. Yeah. But anyway, where the fuck was I? Where was I? I go off track because I'm like fucking senile.
You didn't know like what how big Klansman was gonna be.
Right. So we're going back to Blackkklansman.
So
So
I'll ask you guys, because you guys started the filming. You guys started off the movie. I heard, I think the first thing you guys shot was the big bomb explosion.
Yeah,
that was like the first week or the first day?
No, first day. Yeah.
First day of shooting was that big...
explosion. Yeah.
What was that like? First
Yeah.
day of
I mean, it was like I said, I didn't know these guys. I didn't know Paul. I didn't know Jasper. And I was like, you know, I said, this is interesting. You know, I mean, but these guys were in a lot of the movies, so I didn't really like. To me, I was like, I didn't know that much about it, and it was almost better that way. I was like, yeah, because my character comes out of nowhere too. He's not introduced. He just fucking comes into the movie. Like, who the fuck is this guy? So in a way, it was almost good that I didn't quite know what was going on a lot. You know, I just so sometimes like your approach to a movie. If you're in the whole movie, I don't know if you feel that way. It's kind of different. You have more of a, you know, your experience is different.
Sure.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
and sometimes small parts you got to find a way to handle them, and maybe it's like knowing less is better. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know as much as towards the end. I started to have a little feel about, you know, I said, this could be interesting. Like when we did the fucking dinner scene, we had a nice moment. Me and Jasper had a good moment. It was a very strong moment.
I love all that stuff.
Yeah, and it was like I said, this could be, and then he was like, well, this could be a big movie because you know Jordan Peele, whatever. Spike, maybe it's sort of his, you know, kind of his movie that puts him back a little bit. But I didn't know him. But you know, Adam Driver's up and coming, so I'm thinking. And then you know he texted me a few times. He said, "Man, this is like some do the right thing shit." And I was like, "Oh boy, they got into Cannes. I was gonna go. I should have came. He goes, I got a ticket if you get your way there." And then I was going, then I didn't go, and he's like, you blew it. You fucking blew it. I should have went because I never went years ago when he was with Jungle Fever.
Right.
And just to walk that. How was that experience, Con? Was it great?
That was crazy. That was
I
crazy.
blew it, right? I should have came.
Yeah.
That's all right. You should tell it.
Now, Ken was wild because I didn't see anything from the film before Ken, and so seeing it for the first time.
Was that the first time?
At the Palace,
Wow.
where there's over 2,000 people wearing tuxedos, black tie,
God.
evening gowns. And the way it works is all of the guests, the whole audience, which is probably the toughest audience in the world, because they're known for booing and really
They'll
like
let you know.
destroy. Yeah.
Like an Entourage.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we love Entourage.
It's not uncommon for a Cannes audience to boo at the film.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, so
Had you ever
you're-
been there?
No, never
Cannes-
with
to
a
Cannes?
film.
No,
No,
not
I've
with
been
a
to the
film.
festival a couple of times.
Oh, you were, but never with a film.
No, never like that.
Yeah.
So you're walking down the red carpet, and you probably got 500 photographers on both sides in 3 levels, and the whole audience is sitting in the theater. And you're walking the red carpet. I was so fucking nervous.
Were you nervous?
My sweat stains went all the way down to my waist.
Where'd you stay when you were there? Did they put you up or you had to put yourself
No, I had to put myself up.
Spike ain't that generous. You get there, you got a ticket, Nick.
All right.
That's how he is.
So then you walk into the theater, and you got 2,000 people waiting to see the film, and you sit down, and I was just sinking down in my seat, going, "Oh, this is gonna be
good. You hadn't seen the movie.
I hadn't seen anything.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
I don't think the trailer wasn't even out at that point when it went to Cannes.
No, I don't think so.
I don't
think it
was.
No, there
It
was
didn't
nothing
come out till after, because then you guys won the award, and then the trailer came out, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it blew up the internet. Like, oh shit!
Hey, you guys, we won, right? We won something, right?
Yeah, the second award. Yeah, not the
When
not the Golden Palm, the Palme d'Or, but the second most important
okay.
award. So
Yeah.
yeah.
There was like a 1 minute, 2
Did you
minute
think about
ovation.
going?
No.
Did you think about? Because you had a big part.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that-
You're
and
really
that's
good
it.
in the movie.
The ovation is another thing, Cannes specific. The moment the film ends, there's a guy with a timer, a clock.
Oh, really?
That starts the clock, and then they count the length of the ovation. And I think Blackkklansman's was 7.5 minutes.
This thing ain't blocking his
No,
face,
no,
is it? Yeah.
7.5 minutes.
I think
It was something
yeah,
outrageous.
Shit.
7.5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And it just kept going and going.
That's when like that
And
whole
at
buzz
that
started.
point, you kind of realize, okay, this might be. I had a feeling. Like your question was like, did we know?
Did
or
you know? Like, did you have an idea? It was probably.
I had a feeling. I thought that this might become something really significant because politically and given the current state of affairs, the unfortunate state of affairs, I thought this might be a film that just breaks into that
Yeah.
the state of America right now.
Yeah, because we
But-
saw it in Brooklyn the first time,
Right.
and that was an intense screening to see it at for all of us.
Bam,
Very
yeah.
emotional.
That
It
was a
was
Brooklyn
very,
premiere, yeah.
That was good
yeah,
premiere.
and then the LA one
great
was
premiere.
still. I actually sat in front of you at the LA one.
yeah.
And that was cool, but the Brooklyn
Yeah,
one
but
was.
the LA one was a little,
was-
the
yeah.
crowd is so different.
Yeah,
They're a
the
little
New
more
York one-
uptight. They,
Yeah, it was-
they
Yeah.
weren't quite sure if they could laugh or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it's not a.
Spike literally told them in the opening, feel comfortable to laugh. You can laugh at some of this, please.
Yeah.
And that's why the one at BAM was so great. But to answer your question, on set, I would say like the second week, I did have a sense. I mean, obviously you knew this was kind of charged and it was very of the time, but I just felt everybody involved with the film just seemed very happy to be there.
Yeah.
And I've had that in other sets, but I thought Spike was so relaxed and so clear, and everything was just so smooth. I mean, we were on, 2 or 3 weeks working on all that stuff around the police precinct, and it just was a sense of, yeah, everyone kind of got it, and it was great communication and clarity, and we didn't overthink the heaviness of it or any of it. We just
Right.
kind of went and just played the scenes, and there was the sense of, this is a really good movie,
This could
and
be.
I'm really happy to be a part of this.
Right.
And then the whole thing at Cannes, and I think I spoke to JD, who was like, who told me about the ovation. I was like, oh my God. And then BAM. I mean, BAM was wild for me because I flew into Brooklyn, was where I'm from, to go see it. And right before it started, I met David Byrne, who is just a hero to me musically. You know what I mean? I met David Byrne, so I was already freaked out by that. I was sitting next to Bob Burke. And
That's the guy you work with, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Bob's-
great.
He's a great actor and
He's
a
a
great,
actor.
great guy.
And you guys look like, because you guys came up to me in Brooklyn.
yeah,
and
we were sitting right next to you guys.
said
We were just
hello,
right
and-
down the road.
and
Yeah.
I was like, and then you guys all got. I didn't know they were announcing you guys. I got in on the LA announce where everybody, because I saw everybody go on the stage and I was like, what the fuck? I'm not in this. I go.
You were next. You
Yeah.
were next to me and Uncle John.
I was hanging out with you and Uncle John, and I didn't get I had a whole thing, whatever. I don't want to get into that. Something else. I don't really feel like talking about that, but that's another thing. So anyway, I saw everybody get announced. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. I was like, why wasn't I part of that? But then in LA, you guys got announced. I got announced with you guys. So I was like, that's cool.
I knew the film was going to be intense when he had a priest from Chicago do the opening prayer for the
yeah.
New York premiere. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, here
But
we
like
go.
I said, I didn't expect. I didn't know. And sometimes the best things in life, I find like when I was first on NYPD Blue, I didn't know it was going to be that big. And certain things and other things that you've done, you didn't know, and you go, it's just great. Like when you don't, you're almost like not surprised, but it's like you didn't go into it. Like sometimes you go into something, you go, yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to change my life. This, that, and then it never quite always lives up to your expectations. So it was actually like a nice surprise. Like a lot of guys I didn't know, like all you guys, and I was like, wow, these guys are all good. They're all good in the movie and nice guys. But I was like, he came to the set one time. He's like, he loves meeting Spike. He's great. I was like, yeah, he's exciting.
It really is a great cast. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say,
Interesting.
Klansman, everybody is great in it.
Everybody's good in the
Everyone's
movie.
Just top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, Burke was good. I was going to mention him today because he's done a lot of
Burke's the best.
SVUs. And
Yeah,
it's a
they
great
actually
cop. It's
they
great.
actually just killed off his character. On
Yeah,
this.
well, he was the come and go. He was there a lot, right?
Yeah,
Now
he was
di-
the boyfriend.
Yeah, he was the
of,
boyfriend.
Mariska.
SVU.
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Okay, right,
SVU is. I just did 2 episodes there, and this guy that was in the movie, Bobby Burke.
yeah.
You know Bobby,
Yeah, of
right?
course, yeah.
Right. So he's a really good character actor, very strong. And
Great
you
guy,
guys
great
were-
actor.
And a great guy. He was a good guy.
Did you guys have an idea of the end sequence? Probably after Cannes, because there were articles about how the film ends.
No, we had no idea.
The documentary
He had no
sequence in-
idea either.
No, I
The
didn't
doc-
know.
Oh, right,
I didn't know
okay.
about the real footage. That was
Yeah.
pretty powerful.
The story
That-
is
yeah.
that Spike really didn't decide to do that until they were already editing. So
yeah.
I don't know if he had that while we were filming. I mean, I could be wrong about that. We should
No,
go-
I think-
I think he said, I remember him saying he put, because what was that, 2017 you guys shot? And that happened 2017. He said he was trying to figure out an ending for the movie, and when they were in production, and then he saw that was happening, he goes, that's the ending of the movie. And he didn't tell anybody. He says, that's the ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because in Cannes,
Yeah.
he told me, he was like, there's a little surprise in the end. It's like, what do you mean a surprise?
Oh, he
in the
told you
end?
that
Yeah,
for the
yeah, it's
movie?
like, there's something in the end.
Yeah, it was interesting how he did it, because it was like, he like makes you like, you're like, all right, we won, great success, and then he kind of makes you realize like, shit's not changed.
I think it's unbelievably powerful.
It is.
I
Yeah.
still have trouble watching it. I remember by the time we got to the LA premiere, it's hard to watch.
Oh, the ending?
In the best way possible. That is a hard thing to watch, and it's supposed to be hard. And we have to watch it, but I find that hard to get through. Really difficult.
The most common feedback I got from a Finnish audience who saw the film in theater in Finland was that that the whole theater was completely silent for the whole duration of the end credits. That people were just so shocked and
Yeah.
so emotional.
It does take the movie to like because the movie is really good, it's very powerful, but the ending, putting that part of the movie does something. It takes it to another place.
He puts it in perspective.
Yeah, because what I like about the movie, I didn't find it to be too heavy-handed.
Pedantic, no.
It was
He
good.
allows
It
us
was-
to laugh, and he allows
yeah.
us to laugh,
It
and I feel like
wasn't
the
like
end is
too in
now
your-
I'm not going to let you laugh
It
anymore.
wasn't too in
Now
your face.
This is really happening.
Right. He goes,
Yeah.
here's the movie, here's the film, and here's what's going on now. You know, whether you like it or not, this is what's going on. And
Well, it's supposed to show that movie's in the 70s.
yeah,
And
right, that's what I'm saying.
the ideas are that
Nothing's
they're
changed.
struggling with
no,
are
things
still
not
happening
that different.
today.
Things are not that different.
And now like there's
Or
there's-
potentially things are even worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now.
Like
Maybe
like
even worse.
actually Ken has a
Yeah.
line in the movie. he says, he goes, you know, until, you know, that Duke wants somebody to get in power like him. And he said, or he wants someone in power. And John David goes, come on. They would not elect somebody like David Duke.
Yeah.
And he goes, wake up, man. And I remember when that line happened, the crowd went, oh, shit.
You know what's funny about that wake up line? I have a line to him, and I say, you know, I think coming from a black man, that's pretty naive. And
that's
the
the
wake up
line.
line was looped. That was added later. I don't say wake up in that scene. Spike,
Oh, you looped it?
yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah, then
looped
it
it?
closes up.
He's
on you.
brilliant with that. Like, Spike is unbelievable about knowing how to make that scene. Because I remember when we were shooting that scene, I was like, there's a lot of air in this scene. And even when I went to loop it, I said, Spike, there's a lot of air in there. He goes, no. It's perfect, Garito. And I went to go see it.
Did he call you Garito?
Oh, Garito. That's all he calls me.
Garito.
Garito.
That's
What's up?
Garito.
Yeah, Garito. I get phone calls, voicemail.
Spike
Yo,
is
Garito.
He's hilarious.
Oh, he's the best. But I was like, I don't know. Like, he was like, what's wrong? So I had to loop that scene a couple of lines. I, was like, I don't know. Is that my best take? I feel like there's a lot of air in there. He goes, no. It's perfect. It's perfect. And then I don't really remember much from the premiere because it was so exciting and Bob Burke was punching my leg and it was working and everyone was laughing. But I went to see it at like a matinee with a bunch of friends just to see what the reaction was. And there are these laughs in that scene. JD has this line, and there's this giant reaction because obviously it's the thinly veiled kind of Trump line. But Spike already knew that. Like, he's so smart. He knew there would be a big vocal reaction in the theater,
Right.
and there was almost a hold for it. That blew my mind. And that's why it's just a blessing to have a great director and work with a great director.
Well,
and
Spike
just
has a good
trust him.
sense of humor.
He
does,
Really,
you know.
he's a funny guy.
Spike's a very funny guy.
Ken, it's
Fucking-
it's crazy with that movie when it came out. A lot of kids that were my age that like aren't film heads or whatever didn't know the importance of why that movie was gonna be big or whatever because they didn't know who Spike like his past work. And I'm like, yo, this is his big film to come back to. Like you got to know like what
That's
the importance
interesting.
of this is. Like I took Kyle to see it, and he didn't get like you can laugh at certain parts of the movie. And he goes, but isn't that racist? I'm like, no, it's a Spike Lee movie. Like, you're not getting like the
Yeah.
humor and the jokes.
But
like,
that's an interesting point. If you're 19 to 20 something and your dad is not an actor who's been in a bunch of Spike Lee films, do you know? Because I guess there was a period where he wasn't as, I guess, in the spotlight. Like with us, I mean, for me, Spike
Right.
Lee is an icon
Right.
always. But maybe there was a
well, yeah. And then I had
Piece of time
I had
there.
another friend who said, oh, I didn't really get. He goes, I liked your dad in it, but I thought the movie was gonna be funny. And I said, well, what was not funny about it? Like, he goes, well, I didn't realize it was that serious. I said, have you never seen a Spike Lee movie, Do the Right Thing, Jungle Fever? It's all about serious topics. He's like,
But
no,
there
I've
is
never."
humor.
There is.
humor that
I find you funny in the movie. I don't think you're scary,
Yeah, well, because I'm dead, but I'm dead serious.
but it's funny. Like,
Yeah, but I'm dead
you're
serious.
very funny in it.
yeah, but that's not fair. It's
but
your
that's not
dad.
really fair.
You're
But you know-
seeing it in a
Me
very
and
different
me and
light.
John's
but you
son
know
were
me.
dying laughing
You know me.
watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but there's some people that do know me, and they said, "Oh boy, you kind of went under." I like that. It was like, some
I like
people-
what you did.
Yeah, but I was just like trying to keep it pretty simple. Like usually Spike will let me go a little. I was getting a little jazzed up when we had that scene with the. Because Spike kept doing Jungle Fever to me. He was doing fucking lines. We'd laugh in between, you know.
Really?
Oh, Spike fucking loves to do the lines from Jungle Fever. I was like, well, let me get
Downtown,
serious, Spike. I
bro.
gotta concentrate. And he kept doing that. He was like, yeah, what was that line? What was that line that guy said PS38? And I was like, yeah, I'm right, Spike. I was like, let me fucking. One time I said Matza Christ. I said, you know, these fucking Matza Christ. And he goes, what's that? And he didn't know what that meant. You know? So I was like, all right. Well, he didn't want to use it.
Yeah, that-
Anyway, you
that's
know.
a great scene in the movie when you find Driver and then you tell him you're like,
Oh, that is a good
You're
scene.
like-
I really enjoyed that scene.
All
when
that
he comes,
stuff
when
is
he
great.
comes
like he's a
over.
cop.
Yeah, with
his whole
Jasper.
investment in the thing. He knows the guy's a potential
Yeah.
fake, and then all of a sudden
It's
you
a
just go,
funny fucking-
no,
that's
he's a
good
cop.
scene. Yeah.
And Jasper, you're in the Five Bloods, right?
Yeah.
How was
So
that
you just did the
experience?
Five Bloods with Paul
Spike.
and
Yeah.
Spike.
Yeah,
and
Paul,
Paul's in
yeah.
it too.
Yeah, yeah,
Did you
yeah.
do Vietnam?
We shot. Yeah, the story takes place in Vietnam,
Oh.
but we shot it in Thailand.
Oh, so you were in Thailand?
Yeah, Thailand.
So what was that like?
Jungle of up north in Chiang Mai in Thailand.
Who'd you play in that?
I can't really tell.
Oh.
Because there's a little thing about
Oh, okay.
you know
Okay.
the Finnish audience.
All right.
Audience in Finland.
That's cool.
But
Good
but it's-
experience?
yeah, I mean, Spike texted me on Christmas Day.
You're in the club now, man. You're in the family now.
It was Christmas. I was in I was in Finland at home with my mom's place having dinner.
He texted you?
And Spike
What do you say?
texted
Call me ASAP?
No, he just goes, "Happy Merry Christmas to you and Alexandra, my fiance, and your family, and I've got a new job for you. We're gonna shoot in Vietnam or Thailand for Vietnam." And it's like, I had to go.
That's
Because
good.
Finland, I think, is 5 or 6 hours ahead of New York, so I had to just check my watch clock and go, "What time is it in New York?"
Any problem with the
It's Christmas Day, and Spike's
All right.
texting me
Hey, it don't matter. It's
about a new
Spike.
job.
Could be any
Like,
day.
even if you want me to play a palm tree in the
I'll be there.
background, I'm there.
I did. I know. He texted me. I was doing SVU to go to a Yankee game with him, and that's a big deal. It was a playoff game. He's like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm in New York," and he goes like, "Call me ASAP." I said, "I'm on the set right now." He goes, "Well, leave." I said, "I can't leave. I'll get fired." All right, meet me there. Meet me there. I was like, "All right, great." Fucking
leave. I
hilarious.
took a great picture of you guys.
Yeah,
he
we went
posted
to 2
it.
games.
Yeah.
He's like, "Who took that picture?" I said, "My son." He gave him credit like on the photo.
The crazy photos from a game.
Yeah,
No,
Did
there's
you
the
see
crazy
them?
ones,
We were in
and
the
then
New York Post.
and
me
then there's
Spike.
and then there's one of them behind. They both have their hands up, and it's
Yeah.
from the
I
back.
remember that
I took
one.
that
You
photo.
took it?
So he
Yeah.
sent it to him. He goes,
Oh,
"Who
yeah.
took that?" He goes, "My son." He goes, "Well, what's his name?" So he sent him my name, and he put on his Instagram photo
Yeah.
by my name. I was like, "Oh shit, let's go."
Yeah. Oh, we have
That
fun.
was a good photo.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
I met him a couple of times, but my encounters are extremely different each time, and like he kind of scares me. And I'm like, dude, this is the guy.
Yeah, I was
This is-
revved up, man.
It's a legend right
I was
here.
fucking revved. When I first got in there, that first game, it was like, "Take it easy, Nick. Take it easy." I was like, "Spike, I'm revved. I'm really fucking revved right now." He was like rubbing my back and shit. It was funny because we've never sat like through a whole. I think he took us to a game years ago when I was a young guy, but I know John has gone to basketball games
Yeah.
with him, but we never sat through like Yankee games. It was fucking kind of like the odd couple, me and him.
I don't think he
He's
knows.
like, "Why are you doing that, Nick? Why are you doing that?" I go, "I'm not the manager, Spike. I'm not the fucking manager. I can't. Don't do that." Fucking guy.
I don't think he knows you're like Mr. Yankee on Twitter either. I don't think he has
I
any
don't think he
idea of
really
that.
knows that. He saw me post. He goes, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You posting that?" He's like, "You posting that shit?" Because he saw me talking to him because I talk to my phone. I'm making Yankee videos. Motherfucker, whatever. And he was like, "What are you doing? You post that?" I was like, "Oh yeah." You know. Then I had my phone. I throw my things around when I'm like watching a game. I have all these I have to do these weird things. Like I'll just put the phone there, put the phone on the dugout. And then he goes, "What's that?" I go, "Nothing, just leave it there." He goes, "Why you gotta leave it there?" I go, "Just leave it there. So trying something right now, Spike. Don't fuck with the mojo." He's like laughing. You know, I'm like, I was telling my brother, he goes, "Oh my God, that's too fucking funny. You and him at a Yankee game is pretty fucking funny." We're singing New York, New York when we celebrate. We didn't even win the series, but we won a game. We were fucking Spikes on the chair singing New York, New York.
I took that video too.
You took that video,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Nah, he's great, man.
Who's the star of the Five Bloods?
It's a big cast. Delroy Lindo is one of the biggest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
And,
worked with Spike.
Yeah.
Is John David in it too?
No.
No.
Jonathan Majors, younger guy, super talented African American actor from Yale. Really brilliant acting.
Is Chadwick Boseman in it?
Yeah, he's in it as well. Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Whitlock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Oh yeah, he's good. She.
Yeah, He's also in.
Oh, I love that
he's
guy.
also in Cedar Rapids. You like that?
Yeah, I
movie?
love that guy. How'd you do that? She. yeah. He's good. That guy. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
Fucking
We had fun. It was I was down in Thailand for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was.
And that's a
it was
Netflix
great.
movie, right?
That's a Netflix film. Yeah, I have no idea when it's coming
Yeah,
out.
they probably won't say until like a couple months before.
Yeah, I have. If I were to guess, I think they're probably going to try to push it to a big film festival.
Probably
Maybe
Cannes or something like that.
Cannes, Toronto, Venice,
Yeah.
maybe.
Paul's in it
Yeah.
too.
Paul's in it too. Yeah.
Who does he play?
We're kind of like a
Together again?
tight knit
Part
couple
two.
again,
Yeah.
but not bad guys this
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were
We're
good.
all right. Yeah.
And he had a great year, Paul. He
he did.
fucking
Richard
blew up,
Jewell,
huh?
Oh, yeah.
Cruella DeVille.
He blew up. He was telling me all this shit. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm gonna be that. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I like him. I'm trying to get him on the show. So, it's just my cartoon impersonation. He doesn't speak like that at all. But he was like, yeah, I'm excited to meet you. And I was like, yeah, me too. But he's a fucking talented guy, man. You know, he's finding, he's in all these fucking movies. And I didn't see the Clint Eastwood. Have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
No.
I haven't seen that.
That movie was supposed to be Jonah Hill and DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Years ago, and then I guess they're still producers on it, but like it formulated and Clint had it. And, Clint did.
I got to work on my impersonation of him. That'd be good.
Who, Paul?
Yeah, I should work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of tweaking.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but that was just a weird take.
And then another Klansman
Barney
actor.
Rubble you were doing.
I
I
know,
don't know what
I
that
know.
voice was.
That's why it was funny.
And then another Klansman actor is in The Heights. Corey's in that, right?
Corey, yeah.
And he's good.
Did you go to any of the award shows? Did you go to the Globes? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to the Globes, right? I went to the SAG Awards. But
You were at SAG Awards. I was at the Globes. I didn't go to SAG Awards.
you at the Globes?
Yeah, I was at the
I didn't go to
Globes.
the SAG Awards because I wasn't part of
SAG. Yeah, you're not part of SAG, right?
I'm foreigner. No,
Yeah.
no. I was a part of SAG because I had to be a part of SAG to play and to work in Blackkklansman.
Yeah, that's right.
But since I didn't have like a single title. What do you call that?
They trying to fucking pull that shit on me. I didn't ask for
It's the studio who decides that. So because SAG is different. SAG specifically nominates like.
I didn't have I didn't have billing in the movie.
Yeah,
because
like
I
a certain
just
amount of
if I
people.
do the movie, so I do the movie. But I'm not thinking like.
No, but the same thing happened in Crash. I was in Crash. Crash won for best ensemble. But because I didn't have my own card.
But I didn't even ask.
And I wasn't on the list.
Right.
So it's weird. That credit is listed as mine, but SAG won't really identify it as a real credit because I'm not,
Fucking stupid.
So you would have went on stage, but you wouldn't have gotten the award technically, right? If Klansman had won.
I would have went on.
No, but you wouldn't have got the physical.
Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
No, what's weird is I got SAG sent
Maybe
me
not.
a document, like a paper certificate of the SAG award. I have that from Crash, but I don't have a staff.
I have
award or
one from
anything.
NYPD
Well,
Blue.
award shows are like ridiculous. We have
Fuck it, it's all-
we have issues with the season this
God,
year. So.
I mean, Uncut Gems is not nominated. It's a joke. Have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Wow, you guys have to go see it.
I did see Joker and just loved
Blows
it.
Joker away.
Did you
Really?
guys see?
Yes.
Have you seen Parasite?
I thought that
Haven't
was a
seen it
great
yet.
movie. I thought besides Uncut Gems, it's probably the best movie out there but it's a foreign movie. So I don't know if you should give a foreign movie the best movie of the year. I'm not sure.
But I think it
But
is
it's
the best movie of
it's a
the year.
great movie.
I think it's the best
was
movie of
amazing.
the last 5 years.
You might be right. It's pretty fucking great. You know, I saw it at home. I would like to see it on the big screen, but the acting is great.
Yeah.
The
what I
movie
hear.
is it's really terrific.
When I walked out of the theater after seeing Parasite, my first thought was how insignificant and irrelevant 99%
Everything
of
else
the
is.
Yeah.
99%
Yeah.
of film,
Yeah.
modern day filmmaking is when you see something like that
That's
on
exciting.
the big
Because you
screen.
know why? Because that fucking movie is like about something.
Yeah.
It's like about people. You know what I mean? And it's relative to even fucking America.
Well, it's about mentality.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
way
like-
people think of things.
Like my brother was even talking to me about that love scene. Like that fucking love scene is fantastic. There's like 4 things going on in that love scene. You know where the guy's trying to get laid on the
Yeah,
couch.
he hasn't-
The people are under the
Oh,
couch.
he hasn't- Ken hasn't
Other
seen
guys
it.
in the TP. I'm whatever. Yeah, you don't know anything. I'm just saying. But you don't even
You
know what
know,
the
the
fuck I'm
people under
talking
the couch
about.
and that
Yeah.
guy
I'm gonna be watching the movie. Where's the guy in the TV?
I forgot.
For that part.
I threw him off with a TP, so he doesn't know.
Gems is the movie though. You got to
But
see
Gems
it.
is fucking the performance. I think Sandler's got the best performance of the year. You don't know you're
So
watching
why do you
even
think he
that.
was snubbed? So how does this happen?
Why? Because
Well,
because he's like a comedian, and the Hollywood community, they like him, they love him, but they respect him, but they don't look at him as like, okay, this other guy, just take some dramatic actors,
But he
guys
proved
that are
himself
I
years
know,
ago with
but
Punch Drunk Love.
Doesn't matter that club. That these cronies that vote for that shit, it's ridiculous that you don't nominate Adam for this movie.
They also probably take it.
Listen, even if I wasn't a Sandler fan, I'm watching a movie with my fucking eyes, and my eyes know what the fuck is great. They're a little crazy, but they know.
But they also probably
And that's a
take into-
fact. That's not
Good
even
line.
They,
I like that line.
They also probably take into account the fact that he does all these Netflix movies and makes a shitload of money.
Yeah, he does a lot of
and
bad
they don't
movies.
mean
So
anything
they probably think,
to the
you know,
industry. And then he does this movie, and it's like,
Why
well,
should we reward him?
yeah.
You know, because he does a lot of junky things, things that people that, you know, rip apart.
No, but this movie is like,
But this is like a stunning performance.
as
And the
a-
movie's stunning.
If you just like, let alone the like, besides the fact of the movie, if you look at his performance as a human being, you cannot believe that like a human would make
anxiety
these
watching it.
decisions in
You
the
do.
movie.
I'm telling you, you
It's-
get like anxiety.
I told him last night. I said when it started, I said I saw it 5 times. I was like, I get anxiety every time.
You guys
this
have to see
fucking
it on the
movie
big
starts.
screen. I really tell you, see the movie. You know, after you see it, let me know what you think. But I think you're gonna be fucking knocked out. And I just think it's
But not only him, the movie didn't even get nominated
it's
for
stupid.
anything.
These guys, these two brothers should be
They're
nominated.
like 34 years old.
The fucking movie's wild. They got scenes where fucking 20 guys are talking at one time. It's like in real life, you know? And it's like,
And
you
there's
don't
real
see
people
shit
in the
like
movie.
This. Yeah, a good part of the movie is the guys that are not even actors. So you have some great actors and guys that are great in the movie that are not even real actors. But how they fucking use them is off the wall.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's off the fucking wall. All
And
these
shot
guys in the
35
Diamond
mil.
District. Huh?
it was shot on 35 millimeter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, man. They took 10 years to get it made. They made all these other movies, but they probably, you know,
These two brothers have like insane movies.
they got something going on. These two guys. I bet you. I wonder if Spike saw it. I think Spike would dig it.
yeah,
I think Spike would dig
Sandler
that
got
movie.
snubbed for every single.
In fact,
award.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna
Let's
ask
ask
him. I'm gonna text him and say, "Did you see Uncut Gems?" I want to see what he says. So he better fucking be like, "Yeah," because like he loved The Irishman. I'm like, I think this is better than The Irishman. I did like The Irishman, but I liked it. It was a little too long, you know, a little too long. And I love those guys, but you know, the second, third time I saw it, I'm like, they really should have made that movie, you know,
he
10, 15 years ago.
Right.
They're old.
you liked
Yeah.
you
You
liked
know?
Joker, Ken?
I did.
You did?
I really did. And I thought Joaquin.
But I'm
just
with him.
Off the hook.
Parasite's great.
Yeah. Well, we weren't too big of fans
good
of that
choice.
one.
Really? I
No.
thought Joaquin really did it great. I mean, he's just fantastic.
You like the movie?
I did.
I fell asleep, so I don't know. But I was tired.
Maybe we should give it
I was
another
fucking
shot.
tired. I'll give it another
You know,
shot.
you know what it is, you know, Ken. You know what it is too.
Check it out again.
Ken,
Yeah.
we also we're obsessed with Heath Ledger, so that's
It's hard to watch.
that's
yeah.
hard, man.
You know,
Yeah,
he-
you know,
he's
but
like-
I think the movie really moves away from everything else, Batman and Joker. It really stands on its own. I really think you got to separate the DC character and all
Oh,
that stuff.
no.
Do you think it's a really good movie, or just to like the performance? How do you like the movie?
Because
as
those
a
are
whole?
yeah.
I think it's a good movie, yeah.
Not a great movie. Like Parasite's a great movie.
That's the thing. I mean, there are so many other films I've got to see this season still, but
what haven't you seen?
I haven't seen Jojo Rabbit.
I didn't see it. He
haven't seen
said
Parasite.
The kid is great, but he said the movie's okay.
I fell asleep.
I don't know.
Parasite's great. Once Upon a Time is great.
Why are you guys watching these movies that you're falling asleep? Maybe
What do you mean? I don't fall asleep on everything.
he said he fell asleep on Jojo Rabbit.
Well, I was
I
like,
didn't see it.
Well, my thing with it, I heard a lot of hype, and I was like, all right, I go see it, and I was just like, okay,
You
I
fell
get
asleep, or you didn't?
it. No, I watched the movie, and I was like, I get it. Fell asleep. It's a good movie, though.
But I mean, I'm mad because I'm like, I'm not fucking. This movie's not Adam's not nominated. Come on. See
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time?
Yeah,
It's good. It's really good.
Brad Pitt,
See it?
Leo,
Brad Pitt.
incredible.
Brad is
Yeah.
great.
Brad Pitt's amazing.
Brad's great. Leo's great too.
You and I spoke right after you saw
yeah,
it.
yeah, I loved it.
And I went to see it the next day because you were.
I do love the
Oh,
movie.
You
that-
were
it was
blown
at,
away
uh,
by him, and I was too. I saw it the next night after you. I think you posted
Yeah.
something.
No,
I
know
said,
what it
"Wow."
was? It was at Russell's house.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I really. I thought it's one of the best things, if not the best thing, Brad Pitt's done.
Oh, he's
Just
great.
So relaxed.
So good in
just
it.
letting it come to him.
I know.
Letting it come to him. It was really something to watch.
He was living in those fucking, like he was in those jeans, man.
Yeah.
You know, he just was that guy. You know, he was
Yeah.
just, he was so good. You're right, so relaxed. I mean, Leo was wonderful. Don't get me wrong. Leo
Of
was
course.
wonderful.
And he always is. You know.
8 whiskey sours.
Yeah.
Not 1, not 2, 8.
Yeah. I like when he says, Just put him in a wardrobe. He goes, you could burn him, throw him out a window. Just put the guy in the wardrobe. I love that when he's like, you know, he can do anything to him.
You love the scene when he like loses it on set and the director off camera is screaming at him.
I love that. When a guy's yelling and you can't see him, just do it. Do the fucking line.
And then he goes,
he's like, line. Ah! He's going, do it. Come on. Don't stop. I need to go back. Because I've had those moments where you panic. Yeah. I've been there. I had it with my brother. I panicked one time. I was like,
We've all been there.
I panicked. I'm like, no, just do it, you know. But you don't see the guy. I was peeing in my pants.
Yeah, I questioned that part of the movie because I was watching with my wife. I was like, people who aren't actors, do they really get how great the scene is? Because I think that was for us.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Anybody who's ever worked as an actor.
You have to be, because you have to be that, I was there.
That one day guest star you get, and your lines are a little, and that feeling of you're going to die or I want to die right now.
I had it towards the end of NYPD Blue one day, which was had hard dialogue. And it was towards the end, whatever, and I had a fucking speech, and it was worded weird because this guy Milch would write it. And if you miss one word, I just couldn't get this fucking thing.
This guy Milch.
Yeah, David Milch. And anyway, I remember the guy going, and he was like, I was just like, I kept trying. I was like, the door, let's go back up. Go, keep going. It was something like that. And I was like, what the fuck, man? I can't do it today. I've been doing this for a long time. All of a sudden, I'm doing it 20, years and years. Now all of a sudden, one day, everything goes, and you feel like a total loser. You feel like you're so defeated. But then, you get off. I had that one day in Rome with my brother. I couldn't remember these lines. And he was like, what happened to you? What happened? I was looking at you. I was like, yeah, I know you were looking at me. I know you were. I couldn't breathe. I had a costume on. I told you, it was 500 pounds. I couldn't breathe. The oxygen went out of my... Then the next scene, he was like, it's okay. You made a comeback. You did good next scene. I was like, yeah, but my ego, I was defeated. I was like... Yeah. Fuck, man, I didn't want that to happen with him, but it has happened to me in my life where you go, well, maybe I didn't get my rest, maybe, who knows, maybe I just got frazzled, maybe my fucking brain shot down. It's happened to the best of them. And that's why it was so great. And I think you have to be like an actor to understand, to be, because you can be humiliated. You can be humiliated as an actor sometimes, It's like, just say the line. Say the line.
Yeah. It's happening right now. I don't know, Nick. How did I get the script?
Say the fucking
Sounds
line.
like Band of Idiots, him yelling at the kid.
Yeah.
Say it, sir.
Yeah, just do the...
Scream it.
Do the dialogue. Yeah.
Did you ever go up on stage doing a play?
I have done a few plays, and
did you ever just go up?
Thankfully, I've not really lost... Like one time this guy jumped ahead, and we did like the short version. I was like, where the fuck are we? And everybody goes, was this a lot shorter tonight? I go, yeah, because this motherfucker jumped, and I had to keep going, I had a few things, but I've not had like a complete breakdown, thank God,
I've gone
stage.
totally up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a character, it was like, kind of a Neil Simon-esque play where I'm talking to the audience, the whole thing. Go up, opening monologue. And it just went away.
Wow.
I've been doing the play. It was an off-Broadway show. I've been doing it for like 3 months.
Yeah.
It just,
Right.
it came back, but it felt like an hour.
Yeah.
I was standing there. And I could see the stage manager looking at me going,
wow.
what happened to him?
Yeah.
Is he having a stroke?
I know the feeling.
Yeah. It's
That was like that thing I had with my brother. He goes, you were saying it all morning. You were saying it all morning. And this fucking maniac,
Well, that's the thing.
He's like...
I don't know if a lot of us had John Turturro
that guy.
doing that to us. That may create some
It's a little different. When you
anxiety.
have like that guy
in me,
looking
too.
at you...
Yeah, I would... Yeah.
And you feel like you're letting him down. And then he does a fucking weird thing to you. He starts saying mouthing your lines. And I go, don't do that. Don't fucking, I was doing it? Yeah, we do. You have a habit of doing that. Because he's almost critiquing you. And then he's going...
Because the lines are in his body.
Because the lines are all in his body, not in his head. Because he had these speeches in that show, that Rome thing. And he had these speeches. And I said, how is he... I was having anxiety watching with an English accent, doing speeches that were like out of the Bible.
Where did he say, when you said, how do you remember this, John?
I said, how do you remember it? I said, how are you remembering this? And he goes, it's in my body, Nick. It's in my body. I said, oh, okay. No, he goes, it's in my body. It's in my body. All right, fucking nut. Fucking nut. It's in his body. But I understand what he means. What he means is he's been living with it. See, like we memorize it the night before, this and that. And that's why sometimes I got it. I'm a quick learner. I've done doing TV for 20 years. But it pops in, it pops out. So when it pops out, you're in trouble. But if it's in your body, you're okay. Because you can recite a line from a movie that you know. Why? Because it's in your body. It's not in your head.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so stored in there. But when it goes out, and then this fucking guy, but he's probably been because he works on things for
Years.
years. He works on things for years.
Your brother's one of the greatest actors of
Yeah,
all
but he'd be
time.
like,
I wouldn't be
I
an
got
actor if it
material.
wasn't for your brother.
I got
He is one of the
He goes,
best.
I got material I've been working on for years. Years, Nick. I'm like, yeah, I know. You know, Sonny, I put 5 years in that. Don't worry. A lot of years. And I'm like, I mean, must, because I'm like, I wonder his process. And I'm like, how is he remembering this shit? I was like, I don't even want to go near him during lunchtime, you know, because I'm like, he must need, you know, to remember this shit. It's not the kind of dialogue that would stick even, you know? And I mean, but I don't know. I haven't
He's
done
a genius.
Shakespeare.
Can we? He gave me notes the other day for our project ever.
Yeah, listen to this.
I sat
He
on
got notes.
I sat on the phone with him for about an hour. It was like the first time me and him have ever talked like on business level. Like, we've discussed movies. This,
You read the
that.
script. Band of Idiots.
So he's giving me notes, and just like I was like, damn, like he's coming up with shit on the fly. Like he did, you know, this try like this. Maybe this word could be different, and then he'd give me the word, and he would do it in dialogue. Like, oh shit, sounds a lot better. So it's really good. And then I'd be like, oh, so the character should maybe be like this. He goes, exactly. You're getting what I'm saying, right? Okay, good. You know, take it if you want it, but if you don't want
Yeah,
it,
if you want to take it. If you
don't
don't
want
want
it,
it, you know, it's fine.
we spoke for like an hour, and it was awesome. He's a genius.
I
Yeah,
love
he gets
hearing
on the
you guys
phone
talk
and he
about
goes, wow, these other guys, you know, they're all, he goes, but he's on another level. I go,
Because we've had notes from a lot of people.
whether
and
you
I-
agree with him or not, he's a fucking genius.
That's why I love hearing you guys
That's why
talk
him and
about
Spike,
him.
I mean, like, Spike loves him because, like, you know, John's,
He is one of the greatest.
Not
of
'cause he's
all
my
time.
brother, but
when I
he's-
was coming up, there was your brother and there was Malkovich, and there was really no one else for me.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was always a John Turturro guy. So to hear you guys talk about him like this is
It's-
fascinating to me because he is
he's,
one of our
he's
greats.
a deep, deep thinker, you know? And like, I was looking at him going, I'm like, I feel like a fucking moron next to him because I'm like, this fucking guy. I go, how did you get to be so smart? He's like, I read, Nick. I read. Because you should try it. I'm like, it'd be good for you, Nick. It'd be good for your, you know, you go to sleep. You've been living in Los Angeles for a long time. That's why you're fucking dead, you know. Read. You know?
Is there
So your brother likes LA.
no, not at all.
He goes, that's your town, Nick. That's your town. You know what he calls L.A.? High school. He goes, it's high school. It's fucking high school. It's true. L.A. is like kind of high school. If you've been living here for a long time, it is like high school. Because, you know, but there's things to love about L.A. I mean,
Is there anything you're both working on coming up new this year, 2020?
so you got that movie you did. It's in the can, right?
Yeah, that one's coming out
Right.
probably this year.
Spike's new film.
Yeah.
Yeah. At some point. Yeah. For sure, it's coming out this year. It wouldn't be 2021.
Yeah, it would be 2020, right?
Yeah.
Did
yeah,
did
yeah, for
Spike gift you a Finnish sauna?
sure. No, but he came to my Finnish sauna.
Okay. I help him with his Instagram, so I saw the Finnish sauna thing.
What's
Oh,
that?
right,
What's
yeah,
that?
No, he messaged yesterday saying, "Are we gonna talk about Finnish saunas?" I was like, "Let's talk about Finnish." I looked it up. I was like, "Oh, that
What
looks
is it?
cool." It's a sauna.
Sauna.
In Finland.
Oh, in Finland?
Sauna.
Sauna.
Yeah. So
Sauna.
sauna is the
Sauna.
only word from Finnish language to travel to other languages, including English, as a common word to use.
Oh, yeah?
Sauna. Sauna. You pronounce it sauna,
Sauna,
but
sauna.
it's spelled the same way.
You
Right.
own one?
And so here's like a quick rundown on sauna facts in Finland. Finland has a population of 5.5 million people. We have 3.3 million saunas, which means 1.6 saunas per family, which means every single family, everyone has a sauna. It's more common to own a sauna than it is to own a car. And having a sauna is like having a bathroom and a bedroom and a kitchen, and then you have a sauna.
Right.
It's something that everybody takes for granted. It's obvious. Like, you know, a Finnish home has a sauna. That's a sauna. Yeah.
Is this a sauna?
That's a barrel sauna.
Oh,
yeah.
that's,
That's
the one with the hot stones and shit, right?
right. Yeah. A sauna. You know what a sauna
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I'm more of a steam guy, but
Oh, come on. Come on.
you don't like
So-
steam?
Yeah, I like steam.
I love steam.
So,
But isn't a sauna steam? It's just the hot rocks.
well, yeah, it's hot rocks, so you get steam when you throw water onto the hot rocks, so it creates steam, but it's not really a steam room.
I see.
Because it's a dry sauna and the heat is the temperature is
So
super
why
high.
is it so big there? Why is it so?
It's always been a way of life. It's,
really?
It's just traditionally the first thing that, when you settle on new land in Finland, like 100 years ago, 200 years ago, the sauna was always the first thing that was built. And then people lived in the sauna and slowly they started building around the sauna. But, Finland's really far up north. It's pretty much on the same level as Alaska. So to survive the long cold winter, we needed to have saunas. And then it just stuck. It's a part of the culture. My grandma was born in a sauna, and everybody her age and
Born
older
in a sauna?
Everybody her age and older were traditionally born in the home sauna,
Right.
Because before hospitals and in the countryside, the sauna was always the most sanitary room of the house because the heat kills all the germs.
That's interesting.
And so childbirth was always happened inside the sauna. And traditionally, a dead person was given its last wash. The body was washed in the sauna.
In the sauna.
So quite literally, the life cycle of of an average Finn started and ended inside a sauna. Wow. And
I
so
had no
saunas are
idea.
pretty important in
Okay.
Finland.
All right, I
That's
didn't
the
know.
one essential part of Finnish culture that if you only know one thing about Finland, it would be saunas. And I built this public sauna.
You built it?
Yeah, in Helsinki, by the water, downtown Helsinki, and kind of like it's a spa, but all it has, you can't stay there. It's not a hotel. It has no massages, no steam rooms, nothing, no treatments, just traditional wood-heated Finnish saunas, and three different ones.
Wow.
And when Spike came to Helsinki, I took him there. And I wasn't sure if he's gonna do the sauna with me, but he did.
He did it?
Yeah.
Really?
I got him to the traditional Finnish smoke sauna, a super hot smoke sauna.
Wow.
And
Somehow I can't picture Spike in the sauna.
I couldn't picture it either, but it was he was like, all right, let's go to the sauna. Like, okay, Spike. If
What was he
you're-"
doing there?
He was sweating.
Oh, I mean,
he
in
doing in
Finland.
Helsinki?
Yeah, I know.
Helsinki. What was he doing in Helsinki?
He texted me. So in Cannes, he told me that he's gonna come to Finland at some point, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna hold you to that promise. And he was like, word is bond. Okay, Spike.
Very cool.
Would love to have you in Helsinki. And then a couple of months later, he just
Showed up.
No, he just texted me. Helsinki.
Helsinki.
Nothing else. Helsinki.
Yeah, that's
And
Man of one word
like,
answers. I know.
well, hey Spike, so what does that mean exactly? He was like, I'm coming. Like, all right.
I know.
And then one day he
He
showed
showed up.
Yeah.
That's great. That's Spike, man. That's awesome. I texted him about that whole Astro thing, and he was like, I go, it's terrible. Sell all these things. And he's like, bad. It was just one word. Yo. Love. And he puts that. So, he put a lot of times love.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you still have a home there? Place
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, my real home is Helsinki, Finland.
Yeah.
And it always will be. It's a good place to
Where are you keeping a place here? In New York or?
Here in LA.
Oh, in LA?
But I think I'm gonna sell it because I'm never here and it's so far away. Just
What do you mean? You have a house here?
No, a flat, an apartment.
Oh, a flat. Where? Where?
Sunset at Doheny, West Hollywood.
Oh,
Right
wow.
in the corner of Sunset at Doheny.
That's a spot right
When
there.
did you get that?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. So it's just a flat?
Just a flat, yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
How big is the house? How many square feet?
Here?
Yeah.
Square feet?
You don't
I
know.
don't know. I mean,
How
I don't
big
know.
is this flat?
It used to be a 1-bedroom, and I took down all the walls,
Oh.
so it's
Oh,
just
so it's-
basically a huge studio.
Yeah, why don't you keep that?
Yeah, but I'm never here.
You're never there. You
I'm
can't- you
never
can't,
here. And I don't want to, because I've got my personal stuff there. I don't want to
Yeah.
lease it out, at least not short term. And the building actually doesn't allow short term
Oh, I
leases.
see. Is it a
So,
newer building or an older building?
It's one of those big high rise. Like if you drive up Doheny,
Yeah.
just as you hit Sunset, on the left side there's a big high rise. I mean,
Yeah, I
LA
know-
standards
I
high
know-
rise. It's
I
like
know where
a
that is.
14 floors.
Yeah.
Big white building.
That's a
That's
spot
probably-
right there,
That's
man.
probably
I mean, it's easy.
9200 Sunset over there. Used to
If
be
you're
my-
looking
Yeah,
for,
pretty close.
if you're looking for buyers, Just let me know. Let him know.
You want to buy it?
Yeah, why not?
Bye, Nick.
Invest in property.
Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't sound. That sounds interesting.
But anyway, Helsinki's home.
Yeah, but that's home.
That's real home.
Yeah, 'cause you're not.
But I'm almost never in Helsinki anyway, so it's,
No.
my home and my heart is in Helsinki, but
Right.
then work takes me around and
Yeah.
hobbies and fly fishing takes me around.
Yeah, I heard you're a big fly fishing guy.
I fly fish, quite a lot.
Is
yeah.
that your passion?
That's my passion. Yeah, more than a hobby. It's a passion and it's also a lifestyle.
You've been doing that since you're a kid.
Yeah, ever since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I came from Chile and Argentina, from Patagonia, from a month-long hiking, trekking, fly fishing trip to LA, and I might be going back after LA.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like maybe you should do a fly fishing show or some shit.
It's in the works.
In the works?
It's in the works.
Yeah,
hopefully,
my brother-in-law is big. He lives up in Seattle, and he's really good at it. He's like passionate about fly. Joe,
Yeah, he does.
I've never done it.
That's
with
just
him,
like
but
his
he's
big hobby
fucking-
to do.
Yeah, he's like great at it. So he's probably.
Have you been ice fishing?
I don't.
No?
Yeah, I have, but I don't. It's pretty boring.
What?
I mean, you drill a hole in the
No,
ice.
I
and
saw
then you
somebody
sit
do
by
it in
the ice.
Wisconsin last week.
Doesn't that remind me of like that fucking movie,
And 3
American
hours
Hustle.
later, you're
American Hustle?
So you're just waiting
Ice
on the
fishing.
ice
Yeah.
to find a
The
fish.
fuck is that ice fishing?
Yeah.
I was we were in Wisconsin last week. I was there. I was
mean,
in
what is
Chicago. And I
that?
saw people doing it.
You literally drill a hole in the ice, and then,
Yeah?
then you have a little stool,
And you get
have
fish?
a little rod, and you.
What kind of
Sit-
fish?
You can catch
But what
all
are you?
kinds of
But
fish.
you're in the water?
No.
No,
on
on
frozen lakes.
on a frozen lake.
Oh,
So places like Wisconsin, wherever, like the lakes freeze
yeah,
when it
yeah.
gets cold.
So you call
Or
that
Finland.
They call
or
that ice
Finland,
fishing.
Ice
so you,
fishing,
so you
yeah.
go you go on the ice.
So underneath the ice, there's
drill,
fish.
Yeah, and where do you, what else is there? It's
Right. That's true. What am I saying?
It's a lake, an ocean. Oh, you didn't give them their gift from
Oh
Crap.
yeah. We got some. Give them these things.
We do ice swimming
They're just
in
shoe
Finland.
shoe products is in front of us from England. Yeah, cool guy.
Let me show you a photo. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Sure.
Right.
That's our guy. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So in Finland, we do ice swimming.
Boy Garito.
Let me see.
Show you a super quick photo.
Sure.
So in between saunas,
In between saunas,
in between
you
saunas,
get fly fishing.
we
Man.
we take a dip in the hole in the
Look at
ice.
that. Oh my God! Is this you and your girl?
Yeah. So that's the Baltic Sea that
Holy
freezes over.
shit!
cold. The water.
I mean, it's below freezing temperature.
That's a
All
great
of that is
picture.
ice.
Holy
So-
shit.
Oh my God! That's like that fucking cryo thing.
I'd be dead.
I did the cryo. It's fantastic.
That's real
Yeah,
life cryo.
But this is real life.
The cryo chamber is like a kiddie version of
Really?
of this. Yeah.
Wow.
How long were you in here?
20 seconds. That's
How'd you
that's
feel?
enough.
You would die if you were.
But I go. So my sauna routine is going
Is
back
this
and forth.
in Finland?
That's outside of my sauna. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture of the sauna as well.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Interesting podcast.
Maybe if
People
maybe
showing pictures on phone.
maybe you have to
Fucking this podcast, anything goes.
maybe you have to go to Finland, Dad. Go to
that's,
Right.
sauna.
that's the bird's eye view of my sauna, the spa.
That's the spa.
Yeah.
This whole thing.
Yeah.
That's
So I
insane.
built it 3.5 years ago.
And you built that yourself.
Well, I wasn't.
You weren't doing all
actually,
that.
I wasn't. I had an architect.
But who put up the money for this thing?
Me and my buddy self-funded it with a big bank loan, and so no investors, no outside shareholders, nothing.
So this is right on the water,
Right on the Baltic Sea.
on the
Wow.
Baltic Sea. It's amazing.
That's some of the architecture. One of the saunas.
Wow, this isn't like a fucking.
That's the smoke sauna where Spike was sitting, going.
You got a picture of Spike?
He didn't say it out loud, but he was going. What the fuck am I doing in this sauna in Finland?
What was he doing?
That
in
was the
Finland?
first. That,
Oh
that
my
was the
God.
initial reaction.
But this
And
looks like a whole happening place.
it turns into kind of like a party place in the summertime.
Does it?
Because it's a restaurant, a bar.
Oh,
as
they have.
well.
Who owns the
That's
restaurant bar?
I do.
Oh, you do too?
Yeah. So that's the restaurant.
Ah,
And
I didn't fucking know.
And-
This guy's like
so we've got DJs.
got a whole other-
DJs in the
got a whole other
summertime.
career. Wow, God bless. So wow, what's it like in the summer there? Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What's it near Finland? What's it near? like?
Sweden. It's in
Sweden?
between Russia and Sweden.
Sweden,
So
Finland.
our eastern border is the Russian border. Western border is the Swedish. So Finland's one of the Nordic countries. It goes Finland, Sweden, Norway,
Well-
Denmark, Iceland.
If I ever make my way out there, maybe you fucking make,
You have to.
fucking-
have to.
yeah, maybe I would.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be interesting. Something
Sure.
like that.
It's beautiful.
A fucking week there somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
That's the,
Does it
that's
get
the
warm in the
Huh?
summer?
Oh yeah, super warm.
Really?
Yeah, we got a proper like we have really good 4 seasons. Like real. Well, New York has 4 seasons as well.
Yeah.
Maybe not the winter is not a proper winter.
Yeah.
From a Finnish
What's the name of the place?
My
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Lul.
Lude.
Lul.
Here. Finland, baby. Here's your guy.
Yeah.
Good show, man. Thanks, Ken.
My pleasure.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Jasper.
Thank you, man.
It was a lot of fun, man.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming out.